Good morning. It is Monday, October 20th, and that means two things. I just like Halloween. That's all I got. That's all I got. It's also time for the lighting industry news brief brought to you by Keystone Technologies and their extensive line of so many useful products, but especially their exit signs and emergency units. These come in red or green letters, black or white housings, round or square styles, multiple lumen outputs. They've got combo kits available. Power supplies are guaranteed by Keystone, so you know it's not going to go down anytime soon. That's Keystone Tech. That is light made easy. That is the link in the description, please. Otherwise, let's get into it because the final release of the Design Lights Consortium SSL6 and Luna 2 is going ahead as planned with a release on November 1st, and delisting of products did begin on October 1st. The IES has partnered with AES. This is a new shared resource agreement with the Audio Engineering Society. Nichia and AMS Osram have signed a new cross-licensing deal to share patents and other IP. This is an existing collaboration, but it is expanding. On the tariff tracker, we have no counter tariffs from Canada planned right now. The province of Ontario has paid a lot of money to play Reagan's words against tariffs on U.S. TV stations. We have threatened tariffs on China, not sustainable. Quote, a direct quote from someone very important at the White House. And exports from India to the U.S. have dropped hard and fast by about half as tariffs came into effect. JP Morgan is investing in rare earths and energy. This is part of a big $10 billion plan to back U.S. companies that are considered to be key for national security. The Taiwan Semiconductor Company has seen their profits spike by 40%. That's mostly off the back of AI-related chips. Q3 at Rexel shows sales up 3%. Signify's share update for the week shows that they bought 101,905 shares, all back with the board at 23.07 euro dollars. 23.07 euros per share. The NEMA survey for this month is cautiously optimistic. Southwire has issued their third annual inclusion report, and they are doing great at their self-imposed goals. Fagerholt has showed off a new cardboard fixture. This is the first pendant luminaire made out of paper and glue, as far as anyone knows. Commercially, I mean, I've made I may have wired something up in high school for a quick little video project, but this is commercial. You can buy this. You don't need me to assemble this in a shed. We have a new architecture contest for a home with no lighting. No lighting. That's right. The fourth annual Home of Shadows competition is open for registration right now. RS Americas has partnered with DP Gayatri. This is a new OEM deal. Peachtree Lighting has a new website. It's nice. American Home Finishing Hall of Fame celebrates lighting with a new exhibit opening on October 25th. On the rep agency side of things, Kennel has picked Sesco throughout the U.S. South, and ICO has partnered with Kunz Powell for Ohio and West Virginia. In events and webinars, you can attend the Light and Building Middle East in 2026. Save the date for the 12th through 14th of January at the Dubai World Trade Center. In legal news, DC Solar has pled out on Ponzi scheme charges. Also, 23 counts of bank and wire fraud. Pacem, I don't know how to pronounce this company's name, has sued Sunco and Maxim. This is an IP case concerning filament-style LED assemblies. On the IoT side of things, Samsung SmartThings will now run on Thread. This is a new network compatibility. SensorWorks is adding digital controls to their portfolio. This is part of a new, simpler system for them. Amalgam RX has partnered with BioLink. This is a new AI platform for your connected medical devices. Schneider has partnered with Levin for a new promotion on their wire-free smart switches. And ESA has partnered with Satellite. That's the European Space Agency planning on tech independence for 5G connectivity from space. In R&D news, Eindhoven University has developed a new bright light therapy. This is specifically for treatment of bipolar patients. We've also determined that glare can be reduced with color lenses without changing any brightness. This is a study that models subjective sunlight glare. MSU has pulsed lasers very quickly at gold to grow crystals, and that might end up in solar panels. But it also just sounds like mad science, and that's fun. We have a new nanoplastic for street lighting. This is from the KAUST and the King Abdulaziz Science for the King Abdulaziz City for Science and Technology. They've developed a new material that helps LED fixtures dissipate heat, which is a thing you have to worry about in Saudi Arabia, because that's where those two places are. On the darker side of things, we have a new chart of U.S. sleep inequality that coincides with other inequality metrics. We have circadian rhythm being linked with the clock gene PER1. We have a new study of circadian nutrition and weight gain. The Department of Homeland Security has secured $5 billion to build more walls and put up more lights in more states. A federal judge has paused the lawsuit that paused the construction on the border wall in Arizona. Solar eclipses have been measured against bird circadian rhythms, and they do have an effect. The Agony-Vley rat is affected by Allen in particular ways that might lead us to better understanding more mammals. The University of Xinjiang School of Medicine has ID'd a set of nanoparticles related to sleep deprivation and cognitive deficits, also in rats, but probably going to filter up to bigger mammals like people. We are already experiencing the Kessler shock. This is a paper published by the IEEE. Kessler shock is the theorem that space debris will only multiply exponentially and will render space travel impossible. In the UK, the City of London is calling for workers that work at night and their particular health needs. Phoenix, their Dark Sky Discovery Center has installed their telescope. Construction is moving ahead just fine. In Pennsylvania, they are celebrating Lights Out Week. Port Erin in the Isle of Man is flipping their street lighting to dark sky compliant LEDs. Melrose Park, Florida residents are pushing back on new lighting as it's too bright. Midlothian, Texas is debating monument sign brightness. We have record migrations this week over Texas. We have zoning lawsuits against the Kearsarge Lighting Precinct going to federal court over, again, lighting and noise complaints at a B&B. The LDS has appealed the Haber Valley lawsuit to continue construction of their temple in the Wasatch Back. The Shalom Wildlife Zoo is being sued by neighbors over their lighting. That's in Wisconsin. Torrey, Utah is hosting a Citizen Science Night sky brightness event. In Humboldt, California, we have a report on the changes since they actually implemented their lighting ordinance. In New Mexico, the town of Taos is pushing for dark sky status, at least in some regions along the north side, that park up there. And in Prince Edward County, Ontario, they are moving to secure dark skies over the South Shore with a partnership with RASC. That's the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada. On the horticultural side of things, yes, the DLC Hort 4.0 is also going to begin on November 1st. They're already delisting things. I should have mentioned that up at the top. Why didn't I do that? We have better photo periods for wheat. The managers of Gavita International have bought their company from Scott's Miracle Grow. Eden Green Tech is just closing, and we have a new round of funding at Wild Bioscience. In recommended reading, all these links are on nailed.org if you're at all interested. We have a recap of NRI Controlled's third year, a recap of IALD's Enlighten America's 2025, a recap of Q3 acquisitions. Interoperability is everything in the IoT. David Radulescu, JD, PhD on the DLC. Cooper's Narissa Gufferman talks trends in interior lighting. Thomas Holgeth looks at the world of downlighting, part 1 of how many? I think it's 6. He might have said 6. We have Understanding Lead version 5. The question from Al Uzansky of But who's running the DOE now? And what are they actually doing there? We have a recap of Enlighten America's 2025. Did I do that already? A different recap of Enlighten America's 2025. Can Reflect Orbital's plan to bounce sunlight from space actually work? Will AI smart glasses end prescription lenses? Probably not. It seems really easy to grind glass. I don't know why would you need a robot for that. You have how to set up adaptive lighting with your Apple HomeKit, and a question of how we can heal the wounds of light pollution. In case studies, we have JP Morgan's new HQ in NYC, we have the Fellowship Church in Rome, Georgia, revamping, and the Blakehurst Senior Homes of Towson, Maryland. In local news, clean energy jobs are up in Minnesota. California is expanding funds for security at schools, workplaces, places of worship, and hospitals. We have an alleged West LA copper thief found under a manhole cover. I don't think we're supposed to call them manhole covers. I think they're maintenance hatches now. Anyway, the LA City Council is debating offering a bounty for copper thieves. And Governor Newsom has signed a new rule requiring metal scrap sales to keep records of who is selling them, possibly to enable that bounty. We'll see how those two things work together. Indianapolis has set a 5-year deal with their utility. South Carolina State University is adding lighting after a shooting on campus. We have new funds for pedestrian safety in Palm Beach, Florida. We have new lighting at West U in Texas. We have a new lighting at Selby Park Trails in Las Vegas, Nevada, part of a bigger plan to revamp trails in the city. Superior, Minnesota is switching their streets to LED. We have new lighting going up at City Hall in Charlottesville, Virginia. In Terre Haute, the Black History Pavilion's lighting system was struck by vandals. We have new solar lighting for bus stops in Dinkytown, Minneapolis, Minnesota. We have a new solar lighting at the Williamson, West Virginia flood wall. Survey says that Tucson, Arizona bus stops need more lighting. Ontario is hosting tools and trades boot camps to get more people into electrical work. And Helms College in Georgia is upgrading their lighting, also after a shooting. South Dakota state government is paying for the uplighting at Mount Rushmore right now during the national park shutdown, which is part of the larger federal services shutdown. The Gordie Howe Bridge between Ontario and Michigan won't open till next year because they're fixing the lighting. A California Eagle Scout is lighting a walking path in the Tomel area and the Tar Pits Park Trail. In Corning, New York, they are celebrating their history as glassmakers with the Days of Incandescence because they used to make light bulbs there. Used to. Internationally, EU manufacturers are balking at a €2 per kilo e-waste levy. The EU is also proposing a new luminance distribution metric on road lighting. In Oxfordshire, they're going to be cutting their street lighting from 11:30 p.m. till 5:30 a.m. In Jamaica, tourist areas are getting greener, including efficient lighting and solar power. And the Seoul World Cup Stadium will get a new lighting system to support K-pop concerts. It's fine for soccer, but you really got to pump it up if you want to put a show on. The BTS Army don't play. In People News, Frank Capone is now the Senior VP of Sales at Chelsea Lighting. We have 5 designers inducted into the IALD College of Fellows. Sonpar's Alan Rosenfield has announced his retirement, and Rich Stinson of Southwire has also announced his plans for retirement. In things you can make, Dark Sky International has published their jack-o'-lantern templates for the year, and what's weird, an unnamed US DOE employee uploaded 187,000 explicit images to the state network. He got caught 6 months later, and now he's complaining that he's in trouble for doing that. Speaking of things you should actually do at work is, hey, give us a like, give us a rating, give us a review, tell your coworkers, forward this email to someone you know who might appreciate it, and visit all of our sponsors, many of whom are excellent and also handsome. I've been Scott Wachter. Thank you for your time, your attention. Enjoy your week and enjoy the music. See ya.
I thought all the fascists were dead. Died a long, long time ago. I thought all the fascists were dead. Shows you what the hell I know. I thought all the Nazis were dead. Died a long, long time ago. I thought all the Nazis were dead. Shows you what the hell I know. You can sink them to the bottom of the ocean, blast them to the sun or to the moon. You can ask yourself, how did they get here? I'll try to get the answer to you soon. I thought all the warmongers were dead, buried in the nuclear winter snow. I thought all the warmongers were dead,